What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rule of Two Review. This, of course, is Rob, and today I'm going to touch on a topic I always promised myself I would never ever do. Okay, so this is a really strange one for me, and it's a little bit hard for me to do this because, as I had alluded to in my intro, this was the kind of topic and the kind of thing that when I first started, I should say when I first moved Rule of Two Review from iTunes and its own website to YouTube in this video news format that it's been now the last 8 months, that I would never really kind of get involved in these kinds of conversations and really sort of, I never really wanted to talk about the YouTube community because what I had witnessed, in the, several years leading up to my decision to come to YouTube was that there is kind of a lot of drama amongst people who are known as YouTubers, quote unquote, people whose career and personality and reputation is known via who they are and how they present themselves and how they make their videos and their content on YouTube, at least amongst the gamer space, because that's most of what I follow on YouTube, just like I assume a lot of you maybe do the same thing. But this is something that, honestly, this news came out about 2 days ago, and I heard it, I learned about it, I read about it, I watched stuff on it, and it was news and I formed my own opinions, but I left it at that. However, it's some of the reactions that I've seen from people have been in a way that really just, I don't want to say forced my hand, but they convinced me to just go ahead and just kind of make a video kind of discussing my feelings about it a little bit. Part of the reason I never wanted to get involved with this is, like I said, I know people like on YouTube have the ability to get involved in these dramatic things and these clicks and, I'm going to talk bad about this person who has a YouTube channel because their opinion is stupid and they talk crap about me and I'm going to talk crap about them and da-da-da. And that is like, dude, so not my thing. Like, I'm coming to you as candid today as possible. That shit is like not my thing. I don't care. I just love talking about video games and news and I want to share it with people. And I hope that you guys who follow the channel or maybe stumble across my videos, whether you agree with my opinions or not, still at least enjoy hearing somebody talk about gaming news, because that's what I love to do. I just like gaming that much. So getting involved with this kind of thing was never anything I wanted to do. But this has gotten to the point where I kind of just wanted to share my feelings. And another reason why this is something that I never really thought I would want to talk about on the YouTube, on the channel and on the videos is because it has the potential side effect of alienating maybe myself from certain viewers. Like, as soon as it seems like you're picking sides amongst anything and amongst all this, dramatic kind of bullshit that can happen on YouTube and on the internet, it's like people will be like, well, I don't like you because I disagree. I don't like the person that you like, or I like the person you don't like, or the whatever. And so I can't, and blah, blah, blah. And so it has the potential to alienate my viewers and stuff. And I get that, but I feel like I can only present my opinion in non-aggressive as a way as possible so as not to hopefully do that. And like I said, I know I'm taking so long to get to this topic, so forgive me, guys. At the end of the day, I realized it just wasn't important, so I just wanted to go ahead and actually get my feelings out about this topic. Okay, and so anyway, thanks for putting up with my drivel there for a couple of minutes as I finally prepared to just go ahead and bring up the goddamn topic already. And of course, the topic I'm talking about today is the news that came out a couple of days ago about PewDiePie, who I call PewDiePie. I know some people say PewDiePie, I call him PewDiePie. It was recently revealed through some very legitimate and viable news sources, basically how much money PewDiePie makes via YouTube, via his sponsors and endorsers, and his ad revenue share with YouTube and Google through having his YouTube channel. And it was a lot of money. I think the profit that he was quoted as making is $4 million, I think, a year. I'm kind of assuming. I couldn't find anything more specific, but it sounds to me like either $4 million a year or $4 million since he started. I wouldn't be surprised if it was $4 million a year. But let's just forget about that and let's look at the raw number of $4 million. That's how much money he has made or does make on a regular basis from his career, his job that he created for himself on YouTube. And there's been a lot of reaction about this, and like any news story, there's going to be negative reaction. People don't like things on the internet, and so when they don't like a thing, they talk about how much they don't like that thing, and they're usually talking about it super negatively, and people have the potential to sound really goddamn ignorant, like it's ridiculous. So people started to really sort of get this backlash about the fact that maybe he shouldn't be making this much money, or that he's too stupid to make this much money or whatever. And people have this really strong opinion about it. And I know in the early segment of this video here, when I was just talking for a couple of minutes, I mentioned how, I don't like, putting my hat in a ring or picking sides with these kinds of things or whatever. I'm going to try to present this in a way where it's not so much picking sides as it is just stating the viewpoint that I view this from. But I'm going to give it a preface. I'm going to say one thing right here now, and I am proud to do so. I really like PewDiePie. I've enjoyed him. I started watching him not too long before I moved Rule to Review to YouTube and started the channel here. I think that he's an entertaining guy. I know people have really strong opinions about him, and it's because he is the most subscribed YouTube channel on YouTube. And because of that, people get all these crazy opinions and blah, blah, blah. And he's this real polarizing figure. I'm just a gamer who likes games, and I like people playing games, and I like talking about them. I like other people talking about them. I like other people playing them. And to me, PewDiePie is a very genuine, he's really goofy and off the, like, over the top. I totally get that. But I think that's his genuine charm. And so I just like the fact that he seems like a genuine guy who has a very specific style of gameplay and let's play, and his personality comes through in a very strong manner. And to me, I like it, even though I don't normally like the kind of ridiculous, like vulgar, over the top, crazy screaming kind of stuff or whatever. I really don't normally like that. But to me, PewDiePie works. He's just spoken to me. I really like the way that his stuff, it's funny. It's funny shit. I watch his videos and it's like, this game looks interesting and he's hilarious. And we have a lot of fun. Me and my friends and groups of people, we will sit down and watch a lot of PewDiePie videos, and other people too, for hours, and have a really damn good time. That's the only reason he makes these videos, is to entertain, and I have always been entertained by his videos. And like I said, I kind of believe he is the genuine sort of gamer that he is, that's what he makes his videos. So I do like the guy. So maybe there's a little bit of bias, but that's just whatever. The thing is, I do recognize, because of who he is, how his videos are put together, his style of commentary and let's play, and his ridiculousness, I also completely understand anyone who doesn't like PewDiePie. So it should be noted that this video and everything I'm talking about today isn't trying to convince anyone to be a fan of PewDiePie. I'm not really here to defend him necessarily, maybe a little bit, but it's not about you should like PewDiePie and it's bad to dislike him or hate him. It's not that at all. I'm just letting you know my thoughts. I do like the guy, but I can see why somebody maybe doesn't like the guy. And so everyone has been losing their mind over the fact that PewDiePie, this person that, some people don't like or whatever, and he made all this money and it's just really stupid horse shit and bullshit and all this blah, blah, blah. And I gotta say, I gotta tell you, I think that's fucking stupid. Anyone who looks at things that way is stupid. I'm going to tell you the number1 reason why. This is probably the #1 point that I wanted to get across on this video is, people have this problem like, oh, there's, the Rad Brad or Markiplier or see these other guy, anyone else they like, Tobuscus, people who I also like, all these other Let's Players in YouTube and gamer YouTube channels, they should have way more subscribers than PewDiePie. Like, it's terrible that PewDiePie is the #1 subscribed. Like, what about these other guys who I think are better than him because they're smarter or they're this or that or whatever? And it's like, okay, like, I get it, but okay, just calm the fuck down. That's stupid. And I'll tell you why that's stupid. When you really look at the details, the fact that PewDiePie has the #1 most subscribed to channel on YouTube, that he is the king effectively of YouTube, is a huge win for gamers, for gamerdom, for all of us. Who cares who it is? Look at like the massive amount of content on YouTube. Yes, there's a lot of gamer content and gamer channels, but there's also religious channels and political channels and music channels and Disney channels and cartoon related kids channels and like Justin Bieber channels and Teletubbies channels. There's so much shit. There are so many genres of things out there that one of these things, something that you or I probably really would be upset about if it was the #1 imagine if like Justin Bieber was like the #1 most subscribed YouTube channel. You'd be pitching a fucking fit, and I would also be not super thrilled about that idea. But look at who's #1. Who is #1? A fellow gamer. Somebody else who's just like you and me. He's different. He's from Sweden. He has an accent, so I think that leads to some of his commentary sounding more goofy than it normally would be, because he has like a little bit of a language barrier, even though yes, he does understand and speak English, but he's a gamer. He's you and me. He's us. That is so cool. Honestly, I have felt ever since he became the #1 channel last year and has been growing more and more since, I have felt victorious vicariously through him. I was like, wow, look at what the gamer community has been able to achieve on YouTube. A company that has partnered with Google and is so fucking massive and huge and has so much money behind it and is probably looking at all these other things like political and religious channels and the kinds of things that it would probably like to have number one because it looks better on paper and the stock investors are going to appreciate more the quality and the class of this religious channel that's number one. Fuck that. We have a gamer who's number one. He has taken the reins and kicked YouTube in its ass and said, fuck you. I'm just a gamer and I own you. I am the king of you, YouTube. And we are gamers. If you are watching this video and you watch my videos and you're listening right now, you're a gamer. And that's awesome. I'm also a gamer. We share this passion. You are my brothers and sisters and vice versa. And we have this person that I totally understand if you don't maybe like his content or his way of presenting his content. You are 110% allowed to feel that way. That is totally cool. But at the same time, look at, he has won. He is winning. He is right now unstoppable. And that is so cool. Now that I am also a YouTube gamer content provider, maybe I kind of further see it as a little bit more of a win than just your average viewer. And so I can only kind of, acknowledge and respect that a little bit, that maybe a lot of you guys out there have a different perspective. But for me, as a gamer and as somebody who provides gaming content on YouTube, and I have no aspirations or ambitions or possible delusions in my head that I would ever get to that big. And I don't even need to get that big to keep doing it. I do this because I love it. I don't really care, but I still appreciate that. Wow, somebody who does what I do, who's been doing it longer and more, has been more successful, and is honestly, I'd be lying if I wouldn't say, helped inspire me to want to come to YouTube with my gaming content. He has done this. It's like we share this. Like I feel like I share this with him, and his victory is a little bit of my victory, just like it's a little bit of your victory. So I really think that the most important thing I wanted to get at here is it doesn't matter if you like PewDiePie or not, or Markiplier, or anyone else that you like or don't like. That's fine. But we are all still gamers, just like PewDiePie is a gamer. And how goddamn cool is it? How fucking so cool is it that a gamer is number one on YouTube? I think that's amazing. And let me get to the other thing real quick, and then I'm going to button this up and end this video, which I always said I would never make, but I am anyway. When it comes to the revenue, this is another thing that I have to give the guy major props for. Look at what he's done. He has made himself a millionaire by being a gamer. And honestly, I think it's impossible not to be a little bit envious and jealous of that. I know you can say, oh, I hate PewDiePie. He's an idiot. He just yells and I don't think he's funny and this person should be a whatever. And it's like, okay, fine. So you got to stick up your ass. That's fine. That's how you feel. You're allowed to feel that way. But at the same time, wouldn't you like to be able to do the same thing? I mean, that guy deserves so much kudos, man. I am proud for him, and I'm happy for him that he was able to do this and he was able to create this own empire for himself from the simple, joyous, wondrous, innocent thing of playing goddamn video games. That is so cool. I play video games and I have to do it on my free time between my full-time job and my full-time band and making videos for Rule of Two Review and running this channel full-time. And it's great. I love doing it. I love doing it for free, let alone to get paid millions of dollars. He has nailed it. He has figured out the dream. He is living the American dream from Sweden. Literally, no bullshit. That is exactly what he's doing. And I applaud him. PewDiePie, I applaud you, good sir. Thank you for your content. Thank you for entertaining me and my friends, at least. And thank you for being so successful and having a huge win for all of us gamers out there. It is so cool that we can say that a gaming channel, gaming content is what is owning YouTube right now. And probably going to be for a long time, and I just think that that's amazing. So I don't know. That's kind of why I wanted to share my feelings and say I don't want people to be so like down on this and hateful. And I understand if you don't like PewDiePie, but at least recognize the positive of the fact that somebody who's just like you and me is the one who is running and owning YouTube, and he's doing great things. And so I applaud him. Thanks, PewDiePie. Congratulations. You totally deserve all your props and all your credit and the money that you make. You've figured it out, and I appreciate that you've done that. So anyway, that's it. I'm going to end the video. That's my whole weird, crazy thing that I said I would never do. I promise I'll never do this again. I almost hate myself for doing it, but it was important for me. I really wanted to get this out. I think that it was important for me to share the message that I think PewDiePie's a great guy. I like his content, and that he it's great that a gamer is winning YouTube. And now I'm starting to retread everything, so I really am going to end this video. So hopefully this hasn't dissuaded you too much if you're not a PewDiePie fan. You know, I'm not going to talk about this stuff again, I promise. I just needed to make this video this one time. So thank you for indulging me, everybody. Thanks, of course, as always, for subscribing and being a fan of Rule of Two Review, if in fact you are. If you're new to the channel and this is the brand new video that you found, please feel free to subscribe if you want. I normally am just talking random gaming news from all sorts of different random sites across the internet. That's all I talk about is gaming stuff. So if you like it, please feel free to subscribe. You can like and share the video. Share all the crazy comments and thoughts about, I guess, PewDiePie or whatever it is you want to talk about below. And thanks for tuning in. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.